to Lauren's Travels. This is my end of 2023 year review video. I looked back and I realized I didn't do one for 2022, so sorry about that. But here's 2023's. I'm continuing this tradition of filming end of the year videos at parks, nature parks, and today I'm at the Martin Luther King Jr. Park. It's actually located right next to the Winter Park Library. And this library is beautiful if you've never seen it. They recently renovated it and it's just very pink and welcoming. And I love it here. Technically I live in Maitland, but because I'm right next door, I do have a library card for here as well, so I can check out books from both locations. So looking back on my travels this year, I went a couple places. I started off in Ohio for my family trip for my grandma's birthday. That was really lovely. I got to go to the Air Force Museum and see the plane that Kennedy flew home in after his assassination. It was really cool to be able to spend that time with my family because I don't see them as much. Right after Ohio, I went back up to Michigan. That was really fun. We went to Holland and explored a little bit of Holland, and I can definitely see myself going back there. It was so lovely and the weather was perfect, and I got to visit with my sister-in-laws, so that was really fun too. My most watched video for this year was the Royal Caribbean cruise. We went on the Mariner of the Seas ship, and wow, I definitely can sail Royal again. On the ship we got to do the escape room, which was really fun. Didn't do any other excursions or anything like that, but honestly just being on the boat and getting to read on the balcony are some of my favorite things about cruising. And the food. Most of the food was pretty tasty. I would say it's more tasty than the Carnival cruise that I got to do last year. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link it here for you. And most recently for Thanksgiving, I got to take the Brightline train from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale and back. Please watch that video if you haven't already. I don't know if I will be taking the Brightline again next year, but I do think this is a great way for people to skip the hassle of driving and take the train. It definitely made it more seamless to visit my family in Fort Lauderdale, and I hope they take it to come up and visit me next year. What is on the horizon for 2024? Well, there is a big international trip that I want to take, and I will talk more about that in my goals section of this video. But with that trip, I do want to update my passport, so that is my goal currently for this year before 2024 starts, is to get that passport updated because I would love to do some international travel again. It's been a while. The only place I've ever been outside of the country is Switzerland, so stay tuned. There's also a surprise trip that I don't want to talk about too much here because it is a surprise birthday trip for my husband's 40th next year. So that is going to be United States location, but I don't want to share that just yet. So again, please stay tuned because I really want it to be a fun surprise. Something I can talk about is more Florida travel. I really want to visit Key West. It's been a long time since I've been there, literally since childhood. So I really want to go with my sister to Key West and do all the touristy fun things. Specifically, I want to see the Hemingway House and maybe the Dry Tortugas. The next most upcoming trip that I'm going to be taking is a staycation here in Orlando. I'm going to be visiting Disney for my birthday next month. My friends in my book club decided to go ahead and take me, which I'm very grateful because I don't have an annual pass anymore since the pandemic. You would think that I visit Disney often, but it's expensive even for locals. So I'm excited to go with my friends next month and celebrate big. I definitely want to check out Epcot for all of their new updates that they've made recently. And so, yeah, I'm very excited for that. I've missed Disney. Some personal things to discuss is that I finished my reading goal of reading 50 books this year. That is been my highest goal so far, and I'm happy to have surpassed it. My favorites that I've read were Silver Nitrate. I gave that one 5 stars, but I will leave my Goodreads link in the description box so that if you are a reader too and you want to kind of see what I've been reading this year, you can. I started the Court of Thorns and Roses books. That's the first book, but the 5th one was actually my most favorite. I read all the series this year. The 5th one was called A Court of Silver Flames, and that is more about Nesta's story. She is the sister to the main character that we first meet, Freya. And my third 5-star book that I want to talk about is called How to Sell a Haunted House. This book is by Grady Hendrix. His books are fantastic, so I definitely recommend them if you like horror and thriller books. And this one is all about a haunted house that's haunted by dolls and puppets, so very creepy. All right, so goals for 2024. Oh my God, I can't believe it. We're almost at 2025, which is a big year for Orlando because Epic Universe is coming. That's gonna be a whole new theme park. But anyways, getting off topic, 2024 goals. I still have not hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know how plausible it is because I'm not uploading as much anymore as I was compared to last year. My goal for uploading is 1 to 2 videos a month, long form, but honestly, I'm not seeing as much traction for my videos on YouTube as I am for other platforms. This year, I actually hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, so thank you if you follow me over there. So I've actually seen more growth on a site that I've been on less than YouTube, and it kind of deters me from wanting to upload a lot on YouTube, but we'll see. I also want to try to get more media invitations next year. I got one this year. Thank you to Spooky Empire. That was so much fun to visit that convention and see all the fans dressed up and all the cool artwork that's for sale. More media invites would be really cool because it is kind of validating when you get those, because it's like, wow, people are noticing. I do a lot of work on these videos. The goal that I mentioned earlier for international trip, it's Paris. I want to go to Paris with my mom. This year we've had a bit of a personal life change. My mom got a divorce, and so I told her whenever she gets a divorce that her and I should go to Paris because that's someplace she's always wanted to go. Same here. And I think that would be the dream trip to take together. Hopefully my sister can come too. I know she's pretty busy with school. But yeah, Paris. If you've been to Paris, please leave tips. You know, I probably want to go to Disneyland Paris, but also see some other things well known in the area, all the touristy things. Paris is a bucket list for me next year, visiting France. And 2025, I'm jumping ahead here, but I really want to visit Portugal with my best friend Michelle, maybe see my bio dad that lives out there. What are your guys' goals and plans for 2024? I want to know. Leave them in the comments below, and I will see you next time on Lauren's Travels. Bye!